It's an all-time turnaround. The discussion this offseason was whether or not they would make the playoffs. And they were a coin flip to make the playoffs.
It was like gutsy. You picked them.
I picked them, and it was, and that wasn't.
a gutsy
it wasn't like picking the Raiders to make the playoffs. No. It was a team that was Vegas odds were 50-50, yes or no to make the playoffs. They were a significant underdog to win their division, and they were 60-1 to win the conference. 60-1, and in this postseason, they have been favored but doubted in every playoff game. You know, and so not favored, so the majority of people seem to think they would win each game, but real reason to believe they might lose any one of them. And here's what I will say as a testament to what the 2025 New England Patriots are. They are a combination of every important component that any championship team typically needs to have. They have exquisite coaching. Mm-hmm. They have had, throughout the bulk of the season, even if not in the playoffs, high-level quarterback play.
Yes.
A legit defense.
Excellent.
And a little helping of schedule luck or luck along the way.
Lady luck.
Which, again, but that's a part of that's a part of everybody's
100%.
story. Like that is a part. That's not always a part of the story to a path to a championship, but very often there is a tuck rule or in the Seahawks case, a muffed punt by somebody else. There's some element of luck. And here is what I will say. We looked at the last 4 months moving forward. Those first three, Brew, excellent coaching, high-level quarterback play, and a legitimate defense should be in New England as long as Vrabel and Drake Maye are there. Yeah. So this is a team to be reckoned with over the next half decade or so.
Oh, you were right there.
No, your dynasty stuff was ridiculous, and it still is. But they are now, Brew, and I think you'll agree, moving forward, an A-list AFC team. When we talk about the Chiefs, the Ravens, and the Bills, you cannot talk about those teams and not include the Patriots in that group. You can't.
No question. And I want to give props to the Patriots, particularly these three groups. I'm piggybacking off you, Nick. The defense.
Unbelievable.
Right. The defense, I get it. You want to say they faced a backup quarterback yesterday. Okay. But Justin Herbert, C.J. Stroud, who rookie year was a very good quarterback, and still, we think he has potential. They have allowed, they're number one in points allowed, 8.7 per game in the playoffs. Number one in rush yards allowed, 71 yards per game. Number three in total yards allowed, 210. So the defense has been incredible, okay? Secondly, Mike Vrabel. You'd be hard-pressed to find a better coaching job. They're the first team ever to go 9-0 on the road in NFL history. In NFL history.
It's amazing.
So that is incredibly impressive.
And they got into it, too. They call themselves the Road Warriors.
Yeah.
And Matt Collins did the bottles thing.
And that's somewhat of a credit to him because of just creating that, us against the world mentality and all that stuff. And no matter who you add in the offseason, Nick, which they added some good players, still, to take a team from 4 wins to the Super Bowl is incredible. You have no superstar receivers, no superstar running back. You had 2 Pro Bowlers, and you're in the Super Bowl. And then Drake Maye. Like, Nick, the Chargers, the 9th-ranked defense in the league. Mm-hmm. The Texans, the 2nd-ranked defense in the league. Denver, 3rd-ranked defense in the league in terms of points allowed. And he goes through them. I get it. His stats aren't pretty, and he hasn't lit everything on fire, but he has done what – it's about winning in the postseason. Nobody really cares about what your stats are as a quarterback.
I was nervous that you're going to be on the other side of that, Bruce. So
no. I mean, it's about winning, and he's made the winning plays. I'll get into that a little later. But those 3 groups in all the Patriots, but those 3 groups in particular, hats off.
Yeah. You know what? Hats off to them. I just have to sit back and laugh a little bit because it feels like someone is genuinely slow to arrive at the party when they finally make a statement like, yeah, I think it's fair to say the Patriots are headed in the right direction. Wouldn't you agree? It's like, yeah. You think? The amount of skepticism and foot dragging surrounding this team has been significant. It was always, oh, but it was only against the Jets. Or, well, they only beat the Giants. I recall Wright saying he was practically praying for the Chiefs to face the Colts or the Patriots in the AFC Championship, hoping for that matchup. And it's like, no, you really don't. You absolutely do not want that. There was so much reluctance to believe in the Patriots because people became utterly fixated on the identity of the teams they were defeating. And look, I understand that inclination. I really do, because I also consider the caliber of the opponent. But that's precisely why you must evaluate the quality of play, and not just the final score, or the raw statistics. You have to analyze how they are performing. And then, you also have to examine that quality of play when they face teams that are genuinely legitimate contenders, like when they go up against the Buffalo Bills, which they've had the opportunity to do twice. Sometimes that scrutiny is valid. I believe it made sense in previous seasons to look at a team like the Dallas Cowboys and conclude, they're not really defeating any good teams. They aren't that great, based on the substance of their performances. However, when you observe a team like the Patriots, you think, no, they look genuinely impressive. The counter-argument is, yeah, but they aren't beating anyone truly good either. And the retort is, but examine the quality of play. Look at the caliber of quarterback play. Look at the execution during the most critical, meaningful moments. Even if the result wasn't achieved, you can still perceive, say it with me, the quality of play. This is why I constantly stress that you have to actually watch these games, not just glance at a spreadsheet and declare, oh, they're 4-0 against teams with losing records, therefore. Therefore what? Did you watch the game? Did you actually watch it? Honestly, nothing illustrates this principle more clearly than their first game against the New York Jets and the contest versus the New York Giants. It is entirely possible to be a developing or even a bad team on paper and still demonstrate a high level of quality in your play. High quality play. I just find it so remarkable what the Patriots have accomplished. It's incredibly exciting. And listen, I'll keep reiterating this point because it seems I'm the only one willing to voice it outright. If you had to select a quarterback right now, factoring in health, age, contract, and all those variables, I would take Maye over those other established quarterbacks. I just would. In an ideal, textbook scenario, we might have about 3 or 4 years of prime performance left from Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes, and Lamar Jackson. And that's not even considering potential injuries. We just saw Mahomes suffer a significant knee injury. We're acting as if there's no risk of another ankle issue for him, or a shoulder problem for Allen, or another injury for Jackson. Joe Burrow has struggled to stay healthy from the outset. You would be hard-pressed to identify another quarterback you'd casually choose over Maye without hesitation. This is only his second year. He is younger than all those other elite quarterbacks, and he's already competing in a Super Bowl in terms of early career accomplishments. He's younger than Peyton Manning was at a similar stage, younger than Tom Brady, and so on. And yet, he hasn't been statistically dominant in the playoffs. He wouldn't even deny that. I don't believe he's been bad in the sense of needing fundamental correction or making egregious errors. The opportunity for him to post gaudy numbers simply hasn't presented itself consistently. He's made great plays. He's had great moments. But overall, he hasn't fully displayed the player I know him to be and believe he can become. I'm uncertain if that opportunity will arise against Seattle. Obviously, I think many analysts will pick the Seahawks. A lot of people were saying the winner of the Patriots-Broncos game will likely win the Super Bowl. I understand that perspective, but I reject the deterministic nature of it. They said the same thing about the Eagles and the Chiefs, that the winner of the Chiefs-Bills AFC Championship would win it all. So I dismiss that line of thinking. However, as someone who has believed in the Patriots and in Maye from the start, yes, it makes complete sense why one would believe the Seahawks will win. And that actually makes this scenario even more compelling. Because if the Seahawks win, you can simply acknowledge, listen, the Seahawks are a phenomenal team. They possess an elite defense and a high-powered offense. This is just year 2 for the Patriots' new regime. They're far ahead of schedule. The future couldn't be brighter. And if the Patriots win, you just set the entire league ablaze. You literally ignite the NFL landscape. So, either outcome is spectacular. Truly spectacular. Make no mistake, I recently delivered an extensive commentary on the Buffalo Bills, and I highlighted the Patriots by stating they are in the Super Bowl because they are a better run organization. I went down the list, the Ravens, the Bengals, etc. This is happening not merely because of an individual player or a single coach, but because they are fundamentally a better structured and better operated team. They are a better run team. Let's look at the facts. Presently, Drake Maye ranks as the 12th rated quarterback in these playoffs. He holds a 55% completion rate, 533 yards, 4 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, a significant number of fumbles, though not all were lost, a 55.8% completion percentage, and an 84.0 passer rating. He has made 4 big-time throws, which is on the lower side. It's not elite. His adjusted completion percentage is 66.7%. The only quarterbacks lower are Caleb Williams, whose accuracy has been questioned, and CJ Stroud. So he's near the bottom of the NFL playoff field in that metric. He's been under pressure frequently, but CJ Stroud has faced more pressures, 37, in 1 fewer game. Brock Purdy also faced 37 pressures in just 2 games. So relatively speaking, considering he's played 3 games, Maye has been protected fairly well, averaging about 11 pressures per game. But here's what's truly remarkable. He is doing precisely what is required to win. He ranks in the top 5 for rushing yards in the playoffs when including running backs. Ramondre Stevenson has 194, Kyron Williams 183, Kenneth Walker III 178, James Cook 163. Drake Maye has 141. Yes, he has a concerning number of fumbles. That has been his primary Achilles heel so far. Outside of that, even though his passing statistics aren't eye-popping, he is making the plays that matter most. He is demonstrably using his legs in profoundly impactful ways. He has generated 11 first downs with his rushing, which is second in the NFL this postseason. The only player with more is, unsurprisingly, Josh Allen with 13. That is pretty spectacular. What the Patriots have achieved is spectacular. As someone who planted his flag for Drake Maye early, I got ahead of the curve. I was proclaiming, I am Team Drake Maye, make no mistake. People said, you're doing it too soon. My response was, no, I'm not. I'm just watching the games. It is genuinely remarkable what the Patriots have been able to accomplish. And it is strictly because you are a better run franchise. You are a better run franchise than the vast majority. Nick Wright might say, well, we have to deal with the Ravens and the Bills or the Chiefs. Realistically, the only truly well-run franchises that have also demonstrated the ability to get over the final hump are the Chiefs, the Rams, the Eagles, and now the Patriots. If we're being brutally honest, the 49ers are an incredibly well-run organization, but they haven't gotten over that final hurdle recently. The Seahawks? That's why this Super Bowl will be telling. But the Ravens? They are a good, not great organization that hasn't made that next decisive move. The Eagles, Chiefs, and Rams have shown the ability to reach and win Super Bowls consistently. Therefore, yes, I would place the Patriots above a team like the Ravens or the Bills in terms of organizational trust. I have more confidence in how the Patriots are operated compared to these other teams. And that ultimately matters more than any single player. Nobody is out there cheering for the owners and general managers. We cheer for the players, and it's even difficult to get fans to rally behind coaches these days. But the reality is that when you want to build sustainable belief in your team, it should not be predicated solely on, we have Patrick Mahomes, or we have Drake Maye. It should be based on, how well run is your team? How well run is your organization? That is the fundamental differentiator. That is why the Patriots were capable of engineering this turnaround in the blink of an eye, while franchises like the Cleveland Browns or the Arizona Cardinals remain perpetually lost. Seriously, consider the Bills and Josh Allen. I know Patriots fans enjoy mocking the Bills and Allen, and I understand the rivalry, but they possess an unbelievable quarterback and have been unable to figure out how to reach that ultimate level, which the Patriots have attained in the very first year of the Jared Mayo and Drake Maye era. That is not a Josh Allen versus Drake Maye issue. That is a Patriots versus Bills organizational issue. The sustainability and the ceiling clearly transcend individual coaches and quarterbacks. As the Patriots have proven, and I've stated this a million times, Tom Brady is not Tom Brady if he is drafted by a different franchise. He simply isn't. Thus, the Patriots deserve a massive amount of credit. And from my perspective, this success puts every other underachieving franchise on blast. This is exactly what I articulated in a previous video regarding the Eagles defeating the Chiefs in the Super Bowl. It was a message to Baltimore, Cincinnati, and Buffalo. Stop making excuses. Stop saying, "Oh, we just can't get past Patrick Mahomes." The Eagles dominated them. You can construct a great team and win. It is inexcusable. The fact that the Bills lost to the Chiefs in the AFC Championship, only for the Chiefs to be annihilated by the Eagles, should have forced the Bills to confront the reality. We are doing something wrong. Now this year, with the New England Patriots reaching the Super Bowl, it represents the next logical step in that indictment. Y'all are doing something wrong. Ravens, Bills, Bengals, Cowboys, Giants, Browns, Cardinals. Just name them. I said it before. Name every team except the Chiefs, Rams, and Eagles. And on the periphery, perhaps the 49ers and Seahawks. I might be omitting one or two. So what is the excuse? You have the quarterback. You have sufficiently talented players. What is the excuse? I love to witness this. Truly, I do. But I find it even more amusing when analysts are still wrestling with the Patriots' legitimacy, finally conceding, yeah, I think it's safe to say the Patriots are set up to be a good team for years to come. Yeah, that was obvious approximately 3 months ago. You're just a little late to the celebration. But those are my comprehensive thoughts. I'd absolutely love to hear yours. What do you all think about the New England Patriots standing on the doorstep of destiny? Let me know your perspectives in the comments below. I read every single comment, whether you agree with me or disagree with me. Either way, let's get some discussions going. Let's get into some spirited debates. But ultimately, let's just have some fun engaging with this incredible sport. Please do consider subscribing. We are building an amazing community here and would absolutely love to see you become part of it. I want to build something we all genuinely feel connected to, something we're really excited to be part of. I think we're well on our way. Please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, as it genuinely helps with visibility and the algorithm. Thank you so much. I'll see you next time.